we're looking at the Planck today. A weird one, but it's also kind of a nice form factor, although it's also not a nice form factor. The Planck is for those who already know how to touch type. It's also quite limited. You need to adjust. You have to have this mind, an open mind, which basically allows you to work in layers. There are no numbers here. The F row is gone. A tiny enter key. The escape key is under the tab key because, what should we say, the caps lock is gone. So the tab is where it's supposed to be and there's no row for the escape key. You see where I'm going with this? I mean, there's a lot of things going on this keyboard. You really need to be open to get into that whole new jive, right? But today we are gonna build it. And I have some nice KL switches. I have both silver and copper. Yeah, we have film. And then I have like a silicone rubber thing that I'm gonna try to fix this pingy sound. I'm gonna try to dampen that a bit. And then we're also gonna lube up the copper switches. I don't think I'm gonna lube up the linear ones.
Well, hello there. So today we're looking at the Planck. For the keycaps, we're using KBD Fans Retro Apple PBTs. The legends on the keys themselves, there's a bit of a mismatch between some of the line widths, so it's not perfect, but you don't really notice from a distance. We got the KL Speed Copper and Silver today, one linear and one tactile switch. Krytox 205, grade 0 is gonna lube them up for us. Oh, here are the films that I just completely forgot about. Yeah, we didn't use that. Oh, so many tools. There are 3 different layouts on the spacebar area. You can either do the 4 single ones, a double in the middle, or 2 doubles. So when you find those holes, you just place your stabilizer there and you just clip it in. I don't know what was going through my head when I got this. That was the only one I could find. But I did find this rubber thing, and that actually works quite well. You'll hear that later in the video. Bit of work to just get it to fit into the case properly, getting some room out for that USB-C, and then also preparing the holes for the screws. Now listen to the difference. I started by poking some holes in from the back just to mark where the screws were gonna be. Then I thought I would make some nice tight holes there, but in the end you just want to kind of just cut your way through and just get it done. Use the golden nut spacers between the PCB and the plate. I use 4 switches, 1 in each corner to make sure everything is stable and kind of fine-tuned into place. And then it's time to break your thumb. It's time to get some keycaps on. Like I said, these are the retro Apple keycaps, and they're amazing, especially if you are 2000 years old, like I am. Yeah, I played track and fields in the 80s. Yeah, good luck finding a spacebar. Just grab whatever works, really. Oh, the sound. Okay, so that was just to kind of get everything built once. That was unlubed and there was no mods, no foam, no rubber, no nothing. So let me just take all of these off again and try the linears. Now it might look like a lot of work, but don't worry, because Hippio has shown me several times you can just drop the switches on top and they will magically snap into place. Hippio? Oh. Guess we're back to normal. This is the first time I've done lubing, so it's probably a bit inconsistent and I'm just learning as I go. You might notice that I don't bag lube the springs, and to be honest, I didn't really mind doing it manually. I can understand that it's tiresome after a while, but I was kind of just enjoying it. Started off with the bottom housing first. Then picking up a spring and start lubing it on one end, on the outside, on the inside, before placing it back onto the bottom housing. Picking it back up, I can lube the other end of the spring. And finally, for the stem itself, spreading out the lube on all sides, starting with the side, going back to the back side, then on the other side, and then the front side. I just keep that consistent throughout, so maybe they get more consistent like that. I don't know. When I'm done on the outside, I give it a little brush on the inside as well, and all the way at the bottom. I don't want to lube too much because I don't want to lose the tactility of these switches. Placing it back and then encapsulating it with the top housing.